Finally, Mr. McCord, as far as Ukraine is concerned, our most immediate issue right now, it's very encouraging to see what happened with the secretaries going to Kyiv this week and with the developments yesterday, the fact that this administration doesn't take a go-it-alone approach, but is uniting both NATO and countries outside of NATO to help. Can you outline for us basically what this budget is doing concerning our ongoing commitment to give the Ukrainians everything that they need to defend their freedom and prevent advances beyond Ukraine by Russian atrocities in Moldova or elsewhere?
Thank you, Mr. Doggett. Our budget per se for 23 was built before, it was finalized before the invasion occurred. So there's not a direct straight line from invasion, therefore the budget does X, Y, Z. What I will say is that for 22, we had a supplemental attached to the omnibus appropriation bill with strong support for both the state and the DoD sides of support to Ukraine. We have, as of the end of this week, we will have pretty much used all of that, the drawdown and Ukraine Security Initiative funding. We anticipate sending an additional supplemental to Congress this week to continue to message that we are in this with the Ukrainians, we and our partners, to make sure that they have what they need to continue their fight against Russian aggression. So for 23, we're going to be reviewing this summer to what extent our posture in Europe should change. And then there's a lot of variables there. It may seem obvious that the answer would be we're going to have more troops stationed in Europe, but given that Russia may emerge weaker, there needs to be some analysis before we jump to that conclusion. We will be doing that analysis this summer. I think that we will be able to, after the NATO summit this summer, and after that analysis, we'll be able to come back to Congress and say, what do we think needs to happen in Europe for our own posture? Is the U.S. anchor of NATO, in addition then to what is the nature of the conflict? Is it over? Is it turned into a frozen conflict? Is it still an active conflict? But I anticipate that we will be continuing to stand with the Ukrainians, and if we need to ask for additional funding in 23, specifically to assist the Ukrainians, I would anticipate that the Secretary will be back before Congress to talk about that. But the budget itself continues the underlying framework of European Deterrence Initiative, and we look forward to seeing how we can strengthen that in concert with our allies at the NATO summit this summer.
Thank you so much.